Hi, welcome back. My name is Nicole, and what you are seeing in front of you here are the two planners that I intend to use for the year 2025. This on the left, you probably recognize already. This is the 2025 Still in Ink Common Planner. It's a B5, it's a horizontal planner, it's the full year version. This one that you see on the right is, of course, the Hobonichi cousin in one of the covers that they've come up with this year. This cute little one with the little cat, which is designed by Hiroko Kubota. I wanted to make this video to kind of explain my thought process in how I want to structure my planning and what resources I want to use and what I'm not going to buy or consume for the next year 2025. I hope that you are going to enjoy this video, and please share your comments and your opinions both on my setup and also on what you're going to do for next year. So essentially, I'm definitely going to make a video on this to kind of go into more detail as to my thought process. But essentially, I have had some reflections this year related to what I used last year, what worked and what didn't work. It was a bit of a different year for myself because I was really sick for a very long time. So I actually didn't have a use for a planner for several months. I was essentially in bed, working from my bed. It was a very difficult time. So a lot of what I bought didn't end up being used for reasons that are really not my fault. But I also think that I did do some things wrong, and I didn't kind of consider certain things when I bought my planners. I was kind of just like enticed in by how beautiful Hobonichi products are and how cool they look, how nice the covers are, and obviously also I feel like watching other people make YouTube content with planners, we have kind of normalized planner hopping, and it is possible that for a lot of people this is what they need to do for a specific year. But if every single year you are buying numerous planners during the year and you're only using them for a little bit at a time, I don't think that it's always because you actually need it, and it's more because you see the new shiny thing and you want to try the new shiny thing, and you're justifying to yourself buying the new shiny thing. And it's very easy to do, and because other people in this community are very supportive, you end up not really feeling guilty about your purchase. You end up seeing other people agreeing with you and understanding, yes, of course, you've been hopping into 12 different planners in the span of a year. I think that if you need to jump into 12 different planners in the span of a year and you're only using them for a few weeks at a time, maybe the problem is not that the method that you're using is wrong. Maybe you really just need that hit, that dopamine hit, because you want it, you need it. I have been victim of this myself, and as I said, it might be that you really are using a specific year to figure it out, to kind of see what works for you and what doesn't. So don't take it personally if that is you. But I think if it's a consistent thing that happens over and over and over several years, maybe you just want to buy new things, which I understand. For some people, this is perfectly fine because for them, obviously, and as for me, planners and stationery is kind of like a hobby of its own. So it's very easy to justify it to yourself. But I do think that as I'm now growing older, I am 31 now. I have a household to run. I don't have children yet, but obviously one day I will if I can. I would like to make sure that I am being more mindful about the purchases that I make, because I have spent my money very erratically in the past when I was young, and now I want to be a little bit more responsible and a bit more mindful and making things work, which is what a lot of people do. And it doesn't mean that we can't enjoy other planners, or that I am sure that I will keep these planners for the whole year, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try my very best. So without further ado, let me kind of go through how I'm going to use these two planners, starting with the Sterling Ink Common Planner. So this is the first time that I am using a planner by this brand. And the previous years, I wasn't really enticed by this because I really enjoyed the Hobonichi line. Obviously, it's such a pretty set of planners and accessories that you can get with it. Just as I said, another occasion to spend more money, which I have done. I have bought a Hobonichi this year. And in general, you know, the A5 is such a nice, comfortable size for me, because it is still something that you can carry if you really want to, like in the office or whatever. It's not too big. But what I have realized is that it doesn't fit what I need. And what I mean by that is I am a person that really thrives using a bullet journal method. I really enjoy the actual method. So we're not talking about the more elaborate artistic planners that people, or like notebooks that people are calling bullet journals. But bullet journaling is actually a method created by, I believe his name is Ryder Carroll. So that is the actual bullet journal method, and the one that I actually use. If you do create one of those beautiful artistic bullet journals, that's perfectly fine. But I wish that we would come up with a different name for that to differentiate the actual method from those beautiful self-made planners essentially, and journals that you see, just so that we can have an easier time differentiating what is one and one is the other. However, as I said, nothing personal against those beautiful artistic bullet journals. I've tried my hand at them in the past. But the actual bullet journal method, I really enjoy. It works really well for my brain. My brain is quite erratic, quite all over the place. So it's a flexible method that really works for me to kind of hold my shit together, if you allow me the term, and the light cousin. So yes, I need the bullet journal method. But there is a couple of things about the original bullet journal method that do not work for me. And that is, one, the fact that you need to draw all of your spreads, including the monthly and whatever, because it is extra work and I don't always have the time to do that. Second, the way that you deal with future planning for past like a couple of days in the future. I do not like that vertical calendar sort of format. I do not like the way that the future log is set, because I find that I never reference it. So, and sometimes I need to know that like something is going to happen in 2 weeks. As I said, I don't like the monthly spread in a typical bullet journal. I kind of need to see the future in a weekly sort of way. And sometimes even when I do my daily planner, I kind of need a weekly view. So when I found out that the Common Planner has like a planner element with like some pre-made spreads, sorry, I hit the camera there, pre-made spreads, but also with like an actual journal that I can use for bullet journaling, I thought that this was going to be perfect, because it literally resolves all of the issues that I had. I have tried, basically last year I've had both a bullet journal, which I have right here, as well as the Hobonichi, and I've used them either together or like separately as the need arised, depending on the moment of the year. And what I have found is that Hobonichi is not good for me for bullet journaling, because you have a single daily spread, which is not enough sometimes for bullet journaling, depending on the day. The vertical weeklies, which are extremely pretty, and it's very satisfying to see people online use them, but my brain doesn't work like that when it comes to planning, so for me that was useless. But there were other things about it that I really liked, like the fact that you did have still a big page for the dailies. I really enjoyed the way that they organized the calendar, and so I was like, okay, what should I do then? So I've decided to use this common planner as a hybrid system for planning between bullet journaling and planning for the future. So I'm going to use my trackers for certain things. I am going to use these beautiful monthly spreads to do a bit of future planning in the month, and kind of like keeping track of certain things on a monthly sort of view. Sorry, I hit my camera again. I am a absolute disaster today. I am going to use the weeklies for a lot of my planning in a way that allows me to see things on like a more of a weekly type of layout instead of just daily. And I'm going to use my daily for all of the things that bullet journaling requires you to do on a normal daily spread. So normally on like a bullet journal, you basically every day you just write down both your tasks and everything else that comes into your head. So I think that when it comes to tasks, especially when I can think about it in advance, I'm going to do that, and that is going to work out really well for me because I don't have to do it daily. You can do it weekly. Now, there is an advantage to doing this daily because in reality, bullet journaling requires you to kind of reflect daily on certain tasks. So what I'm going to do is the tasks that I know that need to be there in that specific week in advance, I'm going to put down in advance. And then the others I'm going to move and migrate between the different days. And these are going to be more, so this weekly thing is going to be more about my tasks, especially like household tasks and work tasks and other similar things. Whereas in my daily, I'm going to do kind of like the rapid login and also put in some other tasks that maybe I'm noting down as something that I need to migrate in the future. So then I can go on my daily spreads and kind of see if there's anything missing every day. So I'm going to use a combination of the weekly and the daily to do some bullet journaling, which is exactly what my brain has been craving and wanting. And I will probably not do this every day. Maybe sometimes I just need the weekly spread. Maybe sometimes I just need the daily spread. And that's fine because I feel like the important thing is that I have like a more like weekly sort of layout to kind of have an idea of how I need to organize my week and some tasks. And then I still need notes, rapid login, and other things that bullet journal offers. And I can always refer, like in the weekly, I can say, okay, for daily, see page 25, for instance, since they got numbers there. I can also, of course, do another thing that is very popular in bullet journaling, which is collections. So all of the part of collections, that is something that I really enjoy and I really want and I really need. And to have it separate from my planner and from my bullet journal, it is just too much work and too much effort. There's so many pages here and they are so big that I am sure that I can fit all of my rapid login, all of my tasks, all of my collections and anything else that I might need. And so this is essentially, I'm also going to do some like pre-commonplacing. So I'm going to write down some stuff very quickly that I'm going to put in my commonplace book later. So that's also something that I'm going to do here. I work from home, so I don't really need to carry this planner around too much. And when I do, I usually typically, when I need to go around, I go around after referring to this and I already have my tasks maybe transferred on my phone, so that I know what I need to do while I'm out. So I don't really need a portable planner. And if I do need to take it around, I'm going to have a backpack for it. So I'm not worried about the size of this planner specifically. So this is how I'm going to do my planning, and I intend to start doing some plan with me's, which I hope you guys will enjoy. I will try to do them weekly. Obviously, it depends on if I have the time or not. And I will try very soon to do a video where I do a setup of the common planner. Now, obviously, we also have this Hobonichi And the reason why I bought it is one, because I really love Hobonichi planners, and this cover is so cute. Let's all take a moment to appreciate this. This is the one that I had for this year, which is also beautiful, and I love it. And I'm going to be able to alternate between the two of them next year, so I'm really happy about that. Obviously, this is the little free pen that Hobonichi gives you. And this is the actual planner. I also have the little pencil board that I bought, which is also super, super cute. So what I'm going to do with this planner is I am going to use it more as a health and life logging. So like logging and memory keeping. I do also have this one, this little 5-year planner by Hobonichi. I haven't filled all of the pages yet. I will need to do some backfilling. But yes, I have this one basically where I note down everything, like a little summary of the day, but it's going to be very brief. The fact is, these weekly vertical spreads, as I said, I don't like to use for planning, but I do enjoy backfilling them afterwards. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to kind of do a little logging of how I spent my days, and I might not be able to fill it out every single day, and that's perfectly fine. And then here I'm going to do some logging of health stuff, health symptoms. I do this already in this A6 Hon this year, although I haven't really used it every day because, as I said, I was sick, so I actually kind of didn't use it for a few months because I just didn't have the ability to really plan or journal much. I was just really, really sick. But I'm going to use these pages to kind of log in all of my symptoms. I'm going to log what I've been learning, because I am starting again soon university, and I am, learning some other stuff by myself as well. So there's actually lots of information that I need to log as to what I've improved, and also my health stuff, my exercise stuff, my weight, what I've been eating, and stuff like that. So there is definitely lots of information that I would like to record here, so that I can kind of keep separate the aspect of planning, which is something that happens in the future, with the aspect of memory keeping and logging, and maybe some light journaling potentially, although I don't think that will be the space for it. And I also do already have a journal, so I don't really need it. So what I plan to do is I'm going to have here like a bird's eye view of maybe an event or two that happened that day. I am going to use the weekly spreads to kind of log more in detail how I spent my days, because I think that will be very interesting when I kind of look back to it. And then I am going to put it in my daily spread, which you can see right here. I'm going to put here, as I said, health stuff, weight, food, self-care, meditation, stuff to do with my mental health and how I am mental health wise. I'm going to put in what I've studied in university, what I've learned in my self-studying. And the only thing that I haven't mentioned so far is this little tracker. I am probably going to use this tracker right here for health related information, so both physical and mental health, more than anything else. Whereas in this other planner, so the Sterling Ink, where there's lots of other trackers, there's a lot of tracking space. I'm going to use that for tracking more material stuff, like if I spend money, if I don't know, certain things happened, or if I don't know, got some so other maybe more practical things that have to do with like doing certain activities or whatever, that I can log into this. Even though this is a bit of an aspect of memory keeping, either or logging, it doesn't matter. It works for me, so that's fine. So at the end of the year, I am going to keep both of these, and if I like this method, I will probably continue it next year as well. This is not the only stuff that I have for the year 2025, because I am also going to continue some of the things that I had been doing in 2024. So as I said, my 5-year planner, which I will backfill a little bit because there's quite a few pages that I haven't filled when I was really sick, but there is some events and some other stuff that I want to record in here, and I am now being very good at like keeping it filled up, so I'm happy about that. I also, well, I do still have, obviously for the rest of 2024, all of the space in my bullet journal, but this I should finish by the end of 2024 and I shouldn't need it anymore. I have this book right here, which is my commonplace book, where I kind of put in some of the things that I learn. As I said, I'm going to use the sterling ink to kind of note down that I want to add something to my commonplace, and then I'm going to add it afterwards every week or so, I think. Here I have my reading journal for 2024. I might just add here 2025. I have read, is this up to date? I think I have read, I think it's correct. I have not read a lot of books this year. Usually I am a very intense reader, but this, as I said, has been such a difficult year that even reading has been almost impossible for me to the level that I've been doing it in the past. So 26 books is still, I think, a decent amount of books, just not very good. So I'm going to continue my learning journal. I'm going to continue my commonplace book. I'm going to continue my 5-year journal. And I do also have this little book, which I'm sure that you know, this is one of those little notebooks that Hobonichi gave away this year for together with certain books, if you bought certain books like The Cousin. I don't know if it was with all the books, I can't remember, but I did get this one. I have been thinking about how to use this one because I would like to use this. It's, in my opinion, it's a very cute book. It's got a bit of a weird format in the sense that this I think it's like an A6. Let me see. It's almost an A6 essentially. It's like yeah, it's an A6, I would say. And I don't typically gravitate towards A6s. However, I am thinking my fiance has given me a good idea for this. They said that maybe I could use this to record my outfit. So I could, when I have a cute little outfit that I come up with, I can take a little selfie, I can print it as a picture, and I can add it here and kind of keep a little log of my favorite outfits. That's one possible thing that I could do with it. I was also thinking that maybe I could do a little recipe book, because as I kind of like learn new recipes and new things to do, so that when I am doing, I'm here, I'm doing my planning, I'm also doing my food planning, I don't know what to do, I'm going to get this little booklet and be like, okay, these are recipes that I haven't tried in a while, because I would like some variety, if you know what I mean. I could use it for a lot of other things. And if you have any good idea as to what you're going to use that little planner for, please let me know, because I will be very interested to try some of your suggestions out. I could also simply have it as like a little notepad, I guess, but I think it will be a bit of a waste because it is so cute. And I do already have my book here for notes, and for this year, obviously, I do have my traditional bullet journal. So I am not completely sure of how I want to use it, but I do know that I do want to continue using it. That's all I have for today. I am sorry if my camera kept shaking. It's impossible for me and for my legs to stay still for more than a couple of minutes. So me hitting the pole that is essentially between my legs to keep everything that I have going on here up is an inevitability, really. So I hope you don't mind too much. I hope that maybe you just have me in the background while you're doing your stuff, and you don't mind how unhinged I always am when I try to record a video, as a person that really never considered making videos on YouTube. Oh yeah, sorry, before I'm sorry. another thing that I want to try to do in 2025, and I do want to say that before I leave this video, is I have collected so many washi tape ribbons, or I don't know, washi tape thingies, so many stickers, so many like colorful pins, and all of the usual stuff that we all collect a lot when we are into stationery. And I want to try to not buy things unless there's something that I really need, because I feel that there's a constant gap that I can kind of try to address by buying that specific product. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to just use the things that I have and reach the end of the year with possibly, hopefully, very few stickers and paraphernalia still around, and that will make me really happy. If you want, I can make a little video on which pens I am going to use on these planners and stuff, but regardless, I am definitely going to make a video soon where I set up these two planners, and we can have some fun there together, I think. Well, here there's probably not going to be too much of a setup until the beginning of the year, but we're going to do some things. So I genuinely hope that you enjoyed this very disconnected, probably very I don't know, disorienting probably video that I've pulled together. I was just really excited about my planner. I've received it today. I've already filmed another video, which is the one where I unbox it, which you should find previously on my channel. But I just felt like I had more to say, and so I said it. It's my lunch break, and I kind of squeezed in these two videos before going back to work. Please let me know in the comments if you've got something to suggest, or if you want to share something about your own setup, and I will see you soon. Bye.